The Lagos State chapter of the Actors Guild of Nigeria is still mired in controversy after two different sets of executives emerged from an election disrupted during ballot counting. Days after the election, comedian Mr Osuagwu was declared chairman by the body's Electoral Commission, a result adopted by the Guild's Board of Trustees and the national body of the Actors Guild. However, Osuagwu's counterpart, Don Pedro Aganbi, was declared winner by the outgoing executives of the State Guild, led by actor Emeka Rising at a factional congress, and was sworn into office accordingly. This has now caused the Guild to have two parallel executives.
When you conduct an election and your mandate is stolen, you can just imagine what I was going through, But the State Congress came here today and said, I am the authentic, winner of that election. What they are claiming is not theirs. I won that election square and clear, and the people said it today. The people have adopted me as their chairman.
Victor Osuagwu, however, maintains that the executives led by Don Pedro Aganbi is illegal and labeled its members as fraudulent.
I think the person is contravening the rules of the association. That's what I call somebody working against the progress of Actors Guild of Nigeria Lagos chapter.
Leadership tussle is not a new thing to the Actors Guild of Nigeria at the national or state level. Over the years, there have been stories of Emeka Ike versus Segun Arinze, as well as Ibinabo Fiveresima's showdown with Emeka Rollers, amongst others.
And joining us on the program today is one of the factional chairmen of the Guild, comedian Victor Osuagwu, who speaks with Abidemi Dairo on his own side of the story. Don't go away.
Thank you very much, Mr. Victor Osuagwu, for joining us here.
You're welcome.
All right, as a leader in the Actors Guild of Nigeria, the Lagos chapter, what is the current state of the association?
Well, I think for the moment there's what I call light in Actors Guild of Nigeria. Before, it's like Actors Guild of Nigeria was in the darkness. It was in the darkness, and right now we are giving it a full light. We have eliminated Actors Guild of Nigeria.
There is a parallel member of executives parading as executives of the Actors Guild of Nigeria, the Lagos chapter. How has this affected your own reign?
Well, the truth about it is that the members of Actors Guild of Nigeria Lagos chapter know that there is a duly elected new ESCO of Actors Guild of Nigeria Lagos chapter. There was a keenly contested election, which I, Victor Tinubu Osuagwu, and my ESCO won as the new ESCO of Actors Guild of Nigeria. So if there's any other person again who is coming up on board to claim that he's a chairman or maybe he won an election, I think that's it's amazing. It's embarrassing anyway, because now let me just give you an example. The last general meeting, which was our first meeting, we had close to almost 322 members who came for the meeting. So I wonder where the other members, where they got the members who got them elected in office. We cannot be operating on a parallel line. I don't even want to give into such things, because anybody who is organizing anything parallel against the body of Actors Guild of Nigeria Lagos chapter is doing that to his own detriment.
All right. Prior to the elections, what were your plans for the Actors Guild of Nigeria?
Well, to be candid with you, I came in like a passionate person. I came in because my 16 years in the industry, I watch our sense of responsibilities, sense of sensibilities, sense of creativity being eroded by some miscreants. These are the passions I have. The passion of coming to release, to relieve these people to relieve Actors Guild of Nigeria from the hands and clutches of these unwarranted human beings. These are people who never do well, who never thought, they don't think about the goodness of Actors Guild of Nigeria. I don't know what they understand. You could imagine where you are sitting and you are watching things going wrong. It took me time to convince myself whether I am capable to do this. And when the conviction came, and I concluded that yes, this is the right time now to do this, and I came in. When I came in, I said I cannot do it alone. I have to constitute an ESCO. And you saw when we are having our executive meeting here, you saw all of them. I have Buki Ogunote Oguade, who is one of the prominent stars from the Yoruba area. I have what's her name again? Moji. Moji is my PRO. I have Nathaniel. Nathaniel is my director of deal services. I have a lot of them who are sensible enough, who have come to say, okay, Victor Osuagwu, I want to work with you. I want to see how we can take Atos Guild of Nigeria to the next level. And we came on board.
Okay, what are the chances that maybe these controversies can frustrate you out of the office?
It's not possible. It's not possible to frustrate me out of the office. When I have a constituted ESCO, when I have almost 322 people already in attendance, and the next meeting I'm expecting to see almost 1,700 people who are ready to come, because already now people have come, a lot of people have started revalidating their membership of Atos Guild of Nigeria, because I issued a warning: if you are not a member, you are not a member. And for you to practice, for you to be on set, you must be a member of Atos Guild of Nigeria. There's no two ways about it. And all the big stars, call them the big stars, all of them have started revalidating their distance, because all of them are waiting for a good leader. All of them are waiting for a person to serve the guild. So the truth about it, nobody, I've never seen that person that can frustrate our effort to take this guild to the next position. You can see my ESCO, they are all tight. I call them tight men and women, well intelligent. Here is too tight. I cannot go and take somebody who is porous in thinking. I cannot go and take somebody who wants to eat up Atos Guild of Nigeria. When you look at them, all of them they are paying the service. They all abandon their jobs to make sure they see me. They see Atos Guild of Nigeria to that next level that I have in mind to take it to. So the truth about it is that nobody, the more they are doing it, is the more they are making themselves irrelevant. The more they are doing it, is the more they are stepping, they are even digging their holes. They are digging, the big shit for themselves. I saw these people as frustrated people. And anybody who wants to join them, wants to join the frustrated group. I'm not ready to fight anybody. I'm not ready to think about them. I'm not even ready to sleep one day and think whether there's anybody existing who is running a parallel organization of Atos Guild of Nigeria. If I can have 322 people, then with the support of the board of trustees, with the support of the AGNEC, with the support of the national body, who again will frustrate the ESCO or me from the office? It's not possible.
So what will your next line of action be now?
I've been in this industry for 16 years. And the young man you are talking about, I don't even know him. The first time I saw him was that very day of the election. Nobody. The problem we have in the guild is that everybody was angry because how can somebody who just came from the blues and want to contest the election of Atos Guild of Nigeria? He said he was a PRO. He was a PRO for 2 years, and you could not PRO your position well. And you now want to become a chairman. Is it possible? We will not allow such a thing to happen. After being embezzling the funds of Atos Guild of Nigeria, after 2 years you could not even render any account. After 2 years you cannot even submit a document to the national body so that they can use that either to audit or to see the numerical figure of Atos Guild or the members of Atos Guild of Nigeria. Nobody submitted that, and you still want to carry over that such a failure to the present decision. It doesn't happen.
All right. Did the past executive hand it over to you formally and duly?
They were dissolved in office because of some fraudulent and I call it fraudulent behavior. They were dissolved in office. And somebody who was dissolved in office, what do you expect the person to do? It's frustration. I don't even want them to hand over to me, because it's like a winch handing over a mantle of leadership to you. Then you become a winch. If a fraudster hands over a mantle of leadership, then they are pushing me to become a fraudster. I don't even want that. The leadership was dissolved, and there was a constituted body. There was an administrator who took over the chapter for almost 4 months. After the 4 months, he organized an election, which all of us keenly contested, including my opponent. So if they are against anything, they would have started shouting "whoa, whoa, whoa" before the time of the election. I don't know whether you understand what I'm saying. Because they were dissolved. Then you should have asked question, why were they dissolved? Can somebody just raise up again and just go straight and dissolve a whole chapter that had been existing before? There must be something behind it because they didn't do well. One, I said they didn't do well. In every facet, they did not do well. If you do well, why not submit their documents so that people can look into the documents? My opponents should be ashamed of himself. I'm telling you, you should be ashamed of yourself that after 2 years, you cannot give the Actors Guild of Nigeria a secretariat. You cannot make a file or even print a letterhead. The letterhead they are using is the letterhead they are using for their selfish reason. Writing proposals to companies, duping some companies. A lot of reports have come, even as we are on set here, a lot of reports have come to us. Some people have written a petition against them. But then, should I leave the responsibility of my new office to go and fight fraudulent people? It's not possible. If I want to fight them, if I want to pro them, where are you going to see the document? Victor Osuagwu and my ESCO, we have made up our mind never ever to associate ourselves with fraudulent people.
Okay, does that mean that since the outcome of the election, you've not been in contact with Pedro and he has not been in contact with you?
Well, after the election, I made a pronouncement that in every election there must be a winner and a loser. But right now, all of us, let us consider ourselves as winner, but consider me as the new chairman. Let us come together, let us team together and take Actors Guild of Nigeria to the next level. We don't need to fight. We don't need to continue embarrassing ourselves on the media. No, it doesn't work at all. It doesn't work at all. If you really want to take the Actors Guild of Nigeria, or if he has in mind, if he has in his heart something that is reasonable for the Actors Guild of Nigeria, we should team together, work together, and take the Actors Guild of Nigeria to the next level than you forming a parallel body. Going back to the next chairman. Okay, the chairman who handed over, I don't know, because you said he was handed over by his chairman. The same chairman was the chairman he fought. The same chairman was the chairman he wrote a petition against. He has almost 4 petitions that he wrote against his chairman. That is the same man he said that handed him over. So I don't know where he's coming from. You wrote a petition against your chairman when you were there. Then the same chairman again you are talking about is the same chairman you said that has handed over to you. And where did he hand over to you? Somebody who was dissolved handed over to you. Was he elected? No. My mantle of leadership, the office that I am in and my ESCO were handed over by the administrator, by the AGNEC officials, both national and the state. It was handed over by the board of trustees. It was handed over by the national president. So I don't know how somebody can just conclude himself, go to somewhere, statistically made himself that he is a new chairman. Who is he going to rule? Okay. 13 people or 5 people?
All right, will you be open to working with him and extending a hand of fellowship to bringing him back into the folds of the Actors Guild of Nigeria?
We are open-hearted. The office is open for all of us to work together. Even as in our executive meeting now, we've sent somebody to call him. Say, please, forget about the past and let us work together and take Actors Guild of Nigeria to the next level. We don't need to set up quarreling. We don't need to set up thuggery. We don't need to set up sentiments, bigotry, tribalism that would destroy the industry. The federal government have refused to listen to us because they have found us disunited. But right now, Victor Osuagwu is here. I am not saying that I am the Messiah, but what I'm telling you that I am the John the Baptist who have come to prepare the way for the Messiah to come. So this is the right time for all of us to enjoy a good leadership, a good service for our dear association, Actors Guild of Nigeria, Lagos chapter.
All right, thank you very much.
You're blessed.
This is done now.